In the year 2278, humanity had become a spacefaring civilization, stretching its influence across the solar system. Yet, for all its achievements, Earth was slowly dying. Climate disasters, overpopulation, and dwindling resources had pushed humanity to the brink. To survive, the brightest minds worked to establish new colonies across habitable planets. But not all colonies were meant to be remembered. On the distant exoplanet Kepler-62b, a small team of pioneers had been sent on a mission nearly a century earlier. Officially, the colony was abandoned, listed in records as a failed experiment due to the planet's harsh conditions. Unofficially, it had been forgotten entirely, a relic of humanity's early, desperate attempts at expansion. Dr. Elena Moore was one of the few who knew better. An astrophysicist working on Earth's failing ecosystems, she stumbled upon encrypted files detailing the colony's existence. What caught her attention wasn't the fact that the colony had survived, it was that it had thrived. Recent signals, faint but distinct, revealed advanced technology far surpassing anything Earth had developed. Her findings were met with skepticism. Kepler-62f is uninhabitable, scoffed one of her colleagues. Those people would have been dead within a year. But the signals were undeniable, and the message embedded within them was chilling. Earth is not ready. Stay away. The warning only fueled Elena's determination. If the colony had advanced to such a degree, what did they know that Earth didn't? Desperate for answers, she assembled a small team of explorers willing to risk the journey. They boarded the Orion's Light, a state-of-the-art vessel equipped for interstellar travel, and set course for Kepler-62f. The journey took months. As the ship approached the planet, the team began to receive intermittent transmissions. The messages were cryptic, speaking of shadows beneath the surface and truths too dangerous to share. Each broadcast ended with the same ominous plea, "Turn back." But by the time they arrived, there was no turning back. The planet loomed ahead, its surface shrouded in thick clouds. As the Orion's Light descended, the team caught their first glimpse of the colony, a sprawling city glowing faintly beneath a translucent dome. Elena felt a mix of awe and dread. What could they possibly be hiding? She whispered. The answer, it seemed, was waiting for them. The Orion's Light touched down on a barren plain just outside the glowing dome. The air outside was breathable but heavy, carrying a strange metallic tang. Elena and her team suited up, their exosuits humming as they stepped onto the surface. The dome loomed ahead, its faint blue light pulsating like a heartbeat. "Hard to believe they built this a century ago," muttered Captain Hayes, the mission's leader. Elena nodded, her eyes fixed on the dome's structure. It was seamless, a feat of engineering that shouldn't have been possible given the technology of the time. As they approached, the dome shimmered and an opening appeared, large enough to allow them inside. The city within was eerily quiet. Towering buildings, sleek and metallic, lined the streets. Gardens with vibrant, alien plants flourished in every corner, their luminescent leaves casting soft glows. But there were no signs of life. No people, no movement, just the hum of unseen machinery. "This place looks abandoned," said Dr. Malik, the team's biologist. "Or they're hiding," Elena replied, scanning their surroundings. As they ventured deeper, they noticed anomalies. The buildings were pristine, untouched by time or decay. Streams of light coursed through the streets, forming intricate patterns that pulsed in sync with the dome's glow. It was as if the city itself was alive. Suddenly, a voice broke the silence. It was calm, emotionless, and resonated from all directions. "You should not have come." The team froze. Elena stepped forward. "We're here seeking answers. We've detected your transmissions. Earth needs your help." There was no reply. Instead, the ground beneath them began to shift, forming a path of light leading toward the city's center. Reluctantly, the team followed, their unease growing with every step. The path led to a massive structure that seemed to pulse with energy. Its entrance slid open, revealing a chamber filled with holographic displays. The screens showed Earth, its polluted skies, crumbling cities, and desperate people. Then the images changed, showing humanity's wars, greed, and exploitation. The voice returned, sharper this time. "You destroyed your world. You will not destroy ours." Elena's heart sank. "We didn't come to destroy anything. We came to learn." For a moment, the voice was silent. Then it spoke again, colder than before. "Learning comes at a cost. Are you prepared to pay it?" The chamber dimmed and the holograms faded. From the shadows, figures began to emerge, humanoid but distinctly altered, their forms shimmering with an unnatural glow. Elena felt a chill run down her spine. "What have they become?" The figures moved closer, their glowing forms casting long, flickering shadows across the chamber. At first glance, they appeared human, tall, with familiar features, but their translucent skin shimmered like liquid glass, and their eyes radiated a faint, otherworldly light. They exuded an air of calm, but there was something unnervingly detached about them. One stepped forward, its voice resonating directly in their minds. "We are the transcended. What remains of the colony you seek?" Elena's breath caught. "Transcended? What happened to you?" The figure tilted its head slightly, as if processing the question. "We embraced the stream, the life force of Kepler-62f. It has reshaped us, granting us understanding beyond your comprehension. But the price of this knowledge was irrevocable." The team exchanged uneasy glances. Dr. Malik stepped forward. "If you've achieved this level of advancement, why warn Earth to stay away? Why hide your existence?" The Transcendent's form seemed to ripple. "Because your species is not ready. The stream amplifies what lies within. For us, it brought unity and purpose. For humanity, it would bring ruin." Elena frowned. "You think we'd misuse it?" Another figure spoke, its tone heavier. "Your history speaks for itself. You drain your planet dry, wage wars over fleeting resources, and sow discord where there should be harmony. The stream would magnify these flaws until they consumed you." The images of Earth reappeared on the holograms, this time overlaid with projections of chaos. Cities crumbled under the weight of greed, and the environment deteriorated beyond repair. But alongside the devastation, Elena noticed fleeting glimpses of hope. Moments of cooperation, innovation, and resilience. She stepped closer to the projections. "These glimpses, this hope, why show it to us if you believe we're unworthy?" The first figure hesitated. "Because the stream senses potential, even in chaos. We are divided, unsure if humanity deserves this path." Captain Hayes tightened his grip on his rifle. "So what now? Do we leave, or do you decide our fate?" The chamber pulsed with light, the walls alive with energy. "You will undergo the trial, as we did. The stream will judge your intentions, but be warned. The stream reflects the truth of your soul. You cannot deceive it." Before anyone could respond, the chamber shifted. The floor dissolved beneath their feet, and they were plunged into a swirling void of light and sound. Elena screamed as the world around her fragmented. When she opened her eyes, she was alone, standing in a vision of Earth that flickered between ruin and paradise. A voice echoed in her mind. "Face yourself and face your species. Only then will you understand." Elena stood frozen, her mind grappling with the surreal landscape before her. The vision of Earth shifted like a living dream. Deserts blooming into forests, cities crumbling into wastelands, and rivers running clear before darkening into sludge. The voice of the stream echoed around her. "You seek salvation, but what will you sacrifice? Show us the truth within." Suddenly, the world fractured again, and Elena found herself in a room filled with mirrors. Each reflection showed a version of herself, a younger Elena full of ambition, an older Elena, weathered by loss, and others who seemed alien, shaped by choices she had never made. "You're asking me to judge my own worth?" she asked aloud. "No," the stream replied. "We ask you to confront your kinds." The mirrors shattered, and she was thrust into another vision, this time a bustling marketplace on Earth. People bartered, laughed, and argued. But as she moved through the crowd, their faces blurred and the scene dissolved into chaos. Fights broke out over resources, and the once thriving market descended into violence. Another voice cut through the noise, one she recognized as Captain Hayes. "Elena, are you seeing this?" She turned to see Hayes and the rest of her team, each trapped in their own projections. The stream wasn't testing them as individuals. It was testing humanity's collective spirit. The group was brought together again, standing before the Transcended. Their glowing forms seemed dimmer now, as though the trial had sapped their energy. "The trial reveals what is," the Transcended said. "The stream magnifies the best and worst of you. Now you must decide how to proceed." Holograms of two futures materialized. In one, humanity used the stream to unite, curing disease, ending wars, and exploring the stars together. In the other, the stream became a weapon, amplifying greed and driving Earth to destruction. The Transcended stepped closer. "You must choose now. Will you take this power, knowing it could doom you? Or will you leave it behind, preserving what little balance remains?" The weight of the choice was unbearable. Elena turned to her team. "If we leave, we abandon a chance to save Earth. But if we stay, we risk everything." Dr. Malik spoke softly. "We can't make this choice out of fear. Humanity's potential isn't perfect, but it's worth fighting for." Captain Hayes nodded. "We've seen the worst, but we've also seen the best. If there's even a chance we can rise above, we have to take it." Elena faced the Transcended. "We'll take the power, not for greed or conquest, but to heal what's broken." The chamber pulsed with energy. The Transcended hesitated, their forms flickering. "So be it. The stream will amplify your intent. Let it guide you, or consume you." A beam of light enveloped the team, and they awoke aboard the Orion's light. Aurora, their quantum device, glowed softly, now linked to the stream. Outside, the dome and the Transcended were gone, leaving Kepler 62F silent once more. As they prepared to leave, Elena looked out at the barren landscape. "This isn't an end," she said quietly. "It's the beginning of something far greater."